Two Boston Celtics stars have kind of sent a message to the NBA, one coming back from an injury and one just looking to make his mark. We're going to break that down here on Celtics Today by Chat Sports ahead of the NBA playoffs. So if you guys haven't already, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me. This is the month to be subscribed to Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot. I'm going live for every single Boston Celtics playoff game, whether it's 19 or 26. Doesn't matter. We will be live. We are also so close from reaching a huge milestone here on this channel, 48,000 subscribers. Help us reach that before the NBA playoffs do tip off. Number one, let's talk about Jaylen Brown and how he looks to be sending a message to the NBA. He was seen practicing with no limitations. That is huge for JB. As you guys can see here, this was tweeted out by CLNS. He is smiling. He's putting up some shots from the free throw line, three-point line, mid-range, playing some defense. JB looks good to go. Because as you guys know, Brown has had this nagging knee injury in his right knee. They are considering it a bone bruise. He injured it during a game, but he has missed the last 3 games of the regular season, which unfortunately did mean he is not eligible for NBA awards because he only played 63 games, and you have to play 65 games. But he's not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about his health heading into the playoffs. And when Jrue Holiday was asked this at practice today on how he feels about Brown, are you worried? Are you nervous? How's Brown looking? He said, nobody's worried about him. This is the most Joe Mazzulla answer coming from Jrue Holiday I've ever seen. When Joe Mazzulla wins Eastern Conference Coach of the Month, he says nobody cares. That means everybody's on the same page. That is what I'm taking from that. From Mazzulla all the way down to J.D. Davison, it looks like nobody's worried about Brown. They know what he's capable of, and they know that he is going to play through this injury, whether or not he's 100% or not. And even Al Horford, the veteran, if you will, on this roster, and I like to think of him kind of like the team dad as well, brings oranges to the games, the practices. He said he looks great today. I was very happy to see him out there doing everything. Once again, 0 limitations, so JB looks to be feeling good enough. I'm not going to say 100% because I have no idea, but what I do know is that Jaylen Brown is so back for the NBA playoffs. We've got our Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Our NBA Finals MVP. And I know he took 3 games off, and yeah, maybe he missed the mark to win some NBA awards, but I have no doubt in my mind he is going to flip a switch and help lead Boston back to banner 19. Because what he did last year in the postseason has nothing but guarantee that he is going to pop off. 24 points per game, 6 boards, 1.2 steals per game. He actually led the Celtics in steals last year, and he shot 51% from the field. He made more than half of the shots that he took, going up against several good defensive opponents throughout the Eastern Conference, and then, of course, in the West when we played the Mavericks for the finals. If you guys needed a little bit more reassurance here that Jaylen Brown is coming to prove to the NBA that he can play through these injuries, that he is still legit, Mazzulla is 100% confident that Jaylen Brown is ready. And I think that JB is going to come back here with a vengeance. He's got both of those MVPs under his belt. He is going to look to do bigger this year. Whether that means winning both those awards and being a back-to-back champion, I'm not sure, but I know Brown is not going to stop because of a nagging knee injury. Just doesn't sound like him. And I'm ready for Jaylen Brown to prove to the NBA that he is legit. Ready for JB to be back and playing for the Boston Celtics? Go ahead and spam your 7s in the comment section down below. Show him some love as he's going through this recovery, and he is gearing up to play in the NBA playoffs. Just to give you guys a little bit more of an injury update here, Jrue Holiday is also recovering very, very well. He actually has been playing with a broken finger for the last couple of weeks. As you guys know, he has mallet finger, which means his knuckles bent a wrong way. It's gross. But Holiday gave an update here, and he said, it's good. I get to move my finger. It feels kind of weird. I haven't moved in 6 weeks, that knuckle part especially, but it seems like it's all right. I still have to play in the cast that he has been playing with over the last couple of weeks, but he said hopefully the good shooting continues. And he also said, I think it's just about adjusting. being as adaptable as possible. And he said, thankfully, it was just my pinky finger, because he went on to reiterate that you really only need 3 fingers to shoot. And of course, that's your pointer, your middle, and your ring. So the pinky just it's more of like a guide finger there. He will still be in his cast, but obviously that does not hinder Holiday at all, because he's been playing in that cast for the last couple of weeks, but now he's officially out of it. He just has more of a splint resting on his pinky, but he's also good to go. 2 great injury updates ahead of the NBA playoffs. That is what I'm here for. I still stand on it. Nothing can stop Boston if they are healthy. Holiday and Brown are so back. We are getting to be 100% healthy, knock on wood, as we start to try and become back-to-back champions. I say we as if I am a Boston Celtics player, but you know what? I'm just rooting for them so hard that I feel like I'm a Boston Celtics player. I'm excited for Holiday. I'm excited for Jaylen Brown as well. But there is still another player that has a message for the league, and that is Payton Pritchard. We're going to talk about him in just one moment, but first, I do want to talk to you guys about the official ticketing partnership of Celtics Today by Chat Sports, and that is Game Time. You guys looking to go see the Boston Celtics in action? Then Game Time is where you need to get your tickets for this NBA postseason. Boston is looking to do something for the first time in 56 years, and that is go back-to-back as champions. So why would you not want to be there for history? And you guys can also do some outdoor sports, like maybe pick up a Boston Red Sox game, or heck, if you're going to TD Garden, might as well make it a 2-day event and go check out the Boston Bruins as well. There are several different sporting events you guys can go check out in your backyard, or you can go see your favorite artist, your favorite comedian, or maybe even the theater. The reason why I use Game Time is because I know I can get a 180 view in the app from my seat before I buy. That way I make sure I know exactly where I'm sitting. And you're also going to get lowest price guaranteed. Not to mention, you can save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concert, comedy, theater, pretty much everything that needs a ticket upon entry. Game Time has got you covered. Game Time makes hitting tickets faster and easier. Even for hard-to-get playoff seats, prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to tip-off. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, view from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. Go on ahead and grab yours today by downloading the Game Time app using promo code ChatSports. That'll get you $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. Download the Game Time app, use promo code CHATSPORTS. That'll get you guys $20 off your first time buying tickets. Download the Game Time app today, because what time is it? It is game time. I think Payton Pritchard is going to have a much bigger role in this postseason than he did last year, which is saying something, because we won the NBA championship last year. And now I feel like we've gotten even more of a better ball club, that Pritchard has taken a huge jump from last year to this year. And he wasn't bad in the postseason by any means, but still, 18 minutes a game, 6.5 points, 2 assists. He shot 41% from the field, not great, and then 38% from the three-point line as well. This was through 19 games, so if he's averaging 18 minutes in 19 games, clearly he wasn't the deciding factor for Joe Mazzulla. It was just more so in the rotation. But I do think that this year is going to be completely different. A lot of NBA teams have actually struggled guarding Payton Pritchard, from whether it's a 29-foot three-point line or whether it's from inside the post. Pritchard has taken his game to all 3 levels. And since last year's postseason, he's now averaging 10 minutes more a game this year. He's averaging almost 30 minutes a game for Boston. Coming off the bench, mind you. He's only started 2 games this year, and that was because they benched all the starters at the end of the regular season. Mazzulla relies on Pritchard, and I think Payton Pritchard is here to show the NBA that he means business. Especially when he goes up against better teams in the NBA, he is fluent in his three-point percentage, his field goal percentage, and his points per game. You can see against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 40% from downtown, 67% from the field. Even the Knicks, the Rockets, 75%. And that's a very good defensive team. Obviously, the OKC Thunder, it's not just Pritchard that struggles from downtown. It's the entire Boston Celtics team. But we won't see OKC until we are back in the NBA Finals. I think Pritchard is going to absolutely lock in for the playoffs. I think that he is not only here to win the NBA Finals or the Sixth Man of the Year award, which I'll talk about in a minute. I think he's here to kind of prove something to people. Whether he's done that or not already, when you think of the Celtics, you think of the Jays, Porzingis, Derek White even. Pritchard wants to be in that conversation. He should be in that conversation at some point in his career. And I will predict this. Last year, Pritchard left us with one of the most monumental shots that I can remember in my lifetime for the Boston Celtics playoff run. And obviously, it was the half-court buzzer beater against the Dallas Mavericks, sent him into halftime. I mean, it was electric. It almost just kind of signified that this is our championship. After that, I mean, the Mavericks had nothing left to give. I predict that in at least one game, in any round of the NBA playoffs, it will be because of Payton Pritchard, the Boston Celtics won. I don't know if it's going to be because he was grabbing 10 boards, or he had 4 steals, or he had 30 points. Something Pritchard is going to do is going to help Boston move on. And I think that has kind of encapsulated what he has meant for Boston this year. The starters are great, but to have a lethal bench with a guy like Payton Pritchard, a Sixth Man of the Year candidate, it's what makes Boston so dominant. Because even when they go down by 10 at the start of a game, you know the bench players haven't even come in yet. And once teams put in their bench, that's when Celtics are able to kind of drift away and split apart. It's because their bench can't touch ours. And the next couple of weeks, Pritchard might definitely get a confidence boost here, and he may win the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award, which he recently addressed ahead of the NBA playoffs. And he said, look, if I get it, it's not going to stop my journey. It's not going to stop the work I'm going to put in. This would just be another stepping stone. People could write about it if I get it, saying I have an award. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just looking to keep growing and growing. And I feel like the future, I don't know what that holds. That tells me that he still has a chip on his shoulder. He still has something to prove. And regardless, the NBA odds to win Sixth Man of the Year, it has been in Payton Pritchard's favor the entire season. It never faltered, which I think is a huge nod to Payton Pritchard. He has been consistent through 82 games, and I think that consistency is going to roll into the postseason. Now, I have seen Pritchard get overshadowed, and I have seen him become small in the spotlight, and that just can't happen. For Boston to be as dominant as they are, they need their most dominant performances from everybody, at least at some point in this playoff stretch. And Pritchard cannot be small. He is a huge part of helping the Boston Celtics be one of the most dominant teams in the NBA because we are as lethal from our starting 5 to our first rotation. And I think this is going to be a really big postseason for Payton Pritchard with a lot to prove. And if he wins the Sixth Man of the Year award, I think that's going to do nothing but add more confidence to an already pretty confident player on the floor on both sides of the basketball. If you guys want Payton Pritchard to win Sixth Man of the Year, go ahead and like this video for me. I think it's just unanimous. I think that he has earned it in every single facet that is imaginable. So go on ahead and hit that like button for me if you guys haven't already, and be sure to hit that sub button for me on Celtics Today by Chat Sports. This is the place to be for NBA playoffs, and I want you guys to be a part of it.